This is one of the most beautiful spots in the city. You're looking at it right from Nepean Point. Probably can see all of the amazing landmarks right here in the downtown core of Ottawa. This is also the point where all of the fireworks are going to be launched from. So there's lots of details that go on with it. We have Eric, who's the designer of everything that we're going to be seeing, and Christian's joining us also from the NCC. So this is like the Super Bowl here in Canada of fireworks in the display. Everything going to be starting on Sunday night at 10.
Exactly. So right after the end of the show on Parliament Hill, basically we synchronize everything. Show is on at 10 p.m. and it's on for about 15 minutes.
It's really 15 minutes of spectacular color activity, and it's really a highlight for so many Canadians.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the exact objective of this firework, is just to amuse people, have them so they have fun actually, and they are really just impressed with the light show that we actually put up in the skies.
You know, I've lived here my whole life, so often weather has played a factor in terms of whether they can go off. It's looking like we have a gorgeous weekend ready.
We actually do. You know what, for weather for us, as long as we don't get any lightning or winds over 45 kilometers per hour, show is going to be on. If it's a little bit rain and whatnot, I mean, it's just increasing some of the effects anyways. So but right now, like you said, the weather is going to be gorgeous, 10-kilometer winds at night. Yeah. We're just going to be really, really happy.
It's great. Do you have any recommendations? You've seen these, you've launched from here. We're the best place. I mean, the Parliament Hill's one spot, but people will be able to see it from a variety of locations.
Absolutely. I'd say on the Ottawa side, Majorsdale Park is probably one of the best locations as well. Victoria Island is another spot where you can go. There's not a lot of space, so get there early. Otherwise, on the Gatineau side, Jacques Cartier Park and the Museum of Civilization are definitely the best spots in the capital to see the fireworks.
And the spot that we're at right now is Nepean Point, which is the best spot to be able to look out and see all of those spots. So this is pretty much the launching. You are starting to plan everything Friday morning. Things are going to start to get the planning. You start getting everything out.
Exactly. We have a 3-day setup, so we have a full day of just setting up the equipment we need to launch all the fireworks. And then we have 2 days to set up all those fireworks in the equipment and test it out and be ready for the show at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so this is your show. You've designed it. So what was the idea? What was your vision for it?
Well, the vision's pretty simple in the sense that we're doing it for Canada Day, so we really want a spectacular show. I mean, it's a high-level show because some people are in front of the Parliament, so we want to keep it high level, we want to keep it intense, spectacular. Of course, being Canada Day, we have to get some red and white in there, so we're going to start with a lot of red and white to kick off the Canada Day theme. And then after that, it's a question of breaking it up. So in this show, I have 9 sequences throughout the show that exploit different rhythms, different colors together, so it just to make a really variety throughout the show.
So, okay, so there's 9 of them. Would we be able to distinguish, you know, once we are seeing the different patterns, to be able to count out, okay, that was one sequence there and this is another one?
You should. There's a small pause between sequences, but not long enough that people think something's wrong. But they should definitely, through the color coordinate, the color patterns we're using, the mix of colors and the rhythms. Yeah, they'll definitely see some changes 9 times throughout the show.
It sounds spectacular. You've brought some examples for us, and I want to kind of just go through some of the things that you've brought. I have no idea what it is.
So this is a spherical fireworks shell. So this is what's propelled in the air. At the bottom here is the lift charge, what we call the lift charge. It's black powder. So the fire comes down, the quick match, down to the bottom, and it lights this black powder that propels this big ball up in the sky. Meanwhile, there's a small little burning delay that goes inside the shell and it'll burst it. Inside the shell could look something like this. This one's a little bit fancy because it has other little shells inside.
Right, because it goes up, right? And then there's other explosions that happen. So that would be at the 1, 2, 3?
Exactly. It gets to the middle here. There would be another package of black powder that will burst the shell open and light all the different little effects that are inside.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It really is. And then, so this is something very similar right there.
This is another shape. This is a cylindrical shaped shell. So depending on the effect, the kind of burst that comes out, they'll choose to make it spherical or cylindrical.
So when will you be able to tell, once the 15, 20 minutes is done, that you've done a spectacular show, that you can wait to hear the applause and the roars coming from across the water?
Well, definitely. As soon as that finale starts going up, I feel the pressure right here.